put the spring in Springfield.
Hello and welcome to the Hypertrophy Odyssey, chapter 149. It is the fourth day of the week, aka the shotgun dropkick workout. I am on my way to the gym. I'm feeling good. I'm actually going a little earlier than normal, so that is pretty nice. And hopefully I can get out early. Actually, I will probably, because I'm not going to do many working sets today. But that was probably already talked about in a different episode. But anyway, to the main subject matter at hand. Putting the U back in YouTube. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this was because there was a comment on another video that I made, which I'm not going to lie, I probably should have responded to it by now. I don't know if I will, but it is something that it got me thinking about something. And I'm always glad about any YouTube comments. Well, at all, let's be honest. Good, bad, or even in between. As long as it's not a bot, I really don't care. But it did make me think about something, which was something that wasn't said in the comment, which is, it was just a comment talking about how, like, YouTube channels now are, like, inspired by, you know, Sam Sulek and all the vlogging stuff, and like, they think it made anybody think that they could become anything, right? And he is partly true. It's in the sense that, yeah, there are certain special aspects that made these people more prevalent, as well as genetics and, you know, how they take gear and all that other stuff. The thing that he's missed throughout that entire comment, or she, but I doubt it, they missed, and throughout that entire comment, was that the main reason why these people get so far ahead of other people is because they're genuine. And I think that one big part of this channel that I actually want to discuss, and the reason why I even have this channel, is because I am tired of seeing other people trying to create these weird characters or caricatures of people that aren't real. Like, you know, they aren't genuine people. There are some that are genuine, and that helps out a lot. That's why they become so big, because they are going against the grain. You see it all the time now on YouTube, that there are people that will just become characters or caricatures of real people. They aren't real humans at this point. They are an amalgamation of just random things that they see on the internet, and or some type of stereotype of one or the other, and they're just trying to be as ridiculous and as insane as they can be to get all the clicks. I mean, even to go outside of the fitness realm, just to go into like something else. There was that guy who did the live stream of himself trying to, what is it, stay awake for the longest time, like, in the world, like break that world record. That is insane to do for a multitude of reasons, but also it's kind of showing to a level of ridiculousness that people are willing to go to in order, for one, for fame, but two, for internet notoriety, really. And it's kind of sad because they have to do these crazy extreme things in order to get some type of notoriety at all. And that's the entire point that I'm trying to make. Well, not the entire point I'm trying to make with these videos, because this is one of the points that I wanted to make with these entire videos. It's just that there isn't the necessary need to do stuff like that. You can just be a genuine person, and people will like that. It's just astonishing to me that that is lost on so many people nowadays, is that the genuineness is gone, really. And I feel like it isn't just a part of just fitness YouTube, but all of YouTube, really. A lot of entertainment, honestly. You can just see that people become certain caricatures of themselves at a certain point when they reach a certain level of fame or notoriety or popularity. And that's the thing. It's like, I want to go against that, because I feel like that's the main issue, is that people who stay popular or get popular now, that are genuine to who they are, no matter who's watching, no matter how many people are watching, there is a charm to that. There's a nice feeling to that, and it's like you want to support that style of YouTube, because that's what I remember YouTube being. When I was younger, YouTube used to be just people filming. There was always passion behind these projects. Like, there's always something there that you feel behind it. Even now, there are things like that, but it is harder to find or come across, you know? Like, for example, the other day, randomly, if you didn't know, some people in North Carolina decided to recreate all of Harry Potter 1 shot for shot, which is crazy because I'm like, it's just on YouTube for free, and it's just a passion project of theirs. But that is something that's insane that I would have never known, because one, I don't watch Harry Potter content, so YouTube takes that away, that ability to watch stuff for me away, because once they get you into the algorithm, they only feed you one type of content instead of just anything that may be cool looking to you. They just kind of throw everything that you're gonna like. They're gonna be like, you're gonna click on this, you're gonna click on this, versus just trying to give you random stuff. Now, occasionally you will get the random stuff that you like, but that's a whole other discussion for a whole other day, honestly. But still, that is something that I watched that I was like, wow, these guys were passionate about making this thing. You could feel that they were the fans of the movies and all of the lore and just like the silliness of recreating the entire movie. And you could feel it. You could tell that they were very excited to do this. And that's what's missing nowadays with a lot of YouTube in general, is that because of the grind and making people want to do it and it becoming a job, the passion that's behind it is lost a lot of the time. And that's part of the reason why I started this, is just because I enjoy doing this on my own. I've liked making videos for a while. I just happened across it with fitness because I just happen to do this also all the time as well. So it ended up working out for me, and that's why I make these videos into whatever subject I want. I could talk about literally anything that I want in a day, as long as I could talk about it for 5 to 10 minutes, and then there you go. So I want to bring back the entire passion, or just the you part in YouTube, the personality, the person, not the caricature or character that people make it into, which is the sad part of YouTube now, or the shell of the former self, because you could say that for a lot of people too. So we'll probably get into more detail on the inside. Alright, so started this day with RDLs, which were fine. They were excellent. So to get back to the main subject matter, to not waste too much time here, I think that one of the big issues when coming to doing this entire subject matter, when it comes to bringing back the you in YouTube, is the retention factor. How YouTube requires things to have retention things going on. And it's gotten to the point now where it is quite literally ridiculous what you need to do to keep people retained. I mean, for the love of God, I got an ad in the shorts section that was of a Kraft mac and cheese thing, where they have like now a person doing like the half the screen is the actual ad, and the other half is somebody running through like a Craft-like game that's like, what is it, like a Temple Run style game, but with Kraft mac and cheese, which is ridiculous that even commercials now are starting to have to do retention seeking things in order to get people to watch it, which is insane if you really truly think about it. We're getting to that level now where attention spans are so fucked beyond belief that you're getting companies having to put that shit into advertisements, which is insane. That's just one part of it. But the other part of it is that people are going for this retention style versus the authenticity that once dominated YouTube. I think most people like the authenticity. Retention strategies make sense, and I get it, but some of them are just boring, and the people become very similar, the sameness over and over again. You can tell who's trying to go for these strategies versus being a regular person, or being themselves, or just normal. And I think that it gets tiresome, especially if you can notice it. It's like you see the meta and you just are like, okay, next. You just kind of don't even want to like give it a time of day, because you know that you're just going to keep getting the same type of bullshit nonstop. And I feel like most people nowadays are genuinely sick of all like the caricatures or characters that these people end up becoming from their YouTube channels. So they end up becoming like just parrots of the same things over and over and over again. And a lot of them just end up becoming a shell of their former selves. And then you see the audience kind of knows it, but they don't either want to admit to it, or they do admit to it and then they just leave in droves because they understand that this person has basically sold their soul and now has to do this in order to survive. And it's kind of sad that that has to be the real way of doing things nowadays. There's no like soul or passion behind certain channels. It's just, you can tell when somebody's been in a lifeless state. My perfect example of this is the Angry Video Game Nerd, who wants beautiful videos. I haven't watched any of the new ones in the last like 3 years, but I'll say that he was the epitome of passion beforehand, and I think that those videos still stand stand the test of time, while these new ones, I don't know. But I mean, he's making a paycheck and he's still getting views, so I can't even be that mad at him for it, because realistically at this point he's done so much on his own that I can't fault the guy for wanting to get the payday, to let the burden be off of him, because it is somewhat of a burden to be doing this for X amount of years and going at it so hard and for so long. It's not the easiest thing in the world, so I'll give him credit. And I think that that's also another thing too. It's like when some people get to that point where you just kind of have to let them sell out because they've reached it, and that varies so much. And I feel like there's a certain point where you can kind of forgive it whenever like somebody that's like, you know, huge and then they sell out. But it seems as though people, the moment that you have any modicum of fame is the moment that they sell out immediately. There's no better example of this than that fucking Haktua girl who made an entire podcast off of a one little tiny video that went mega viral, which will be a whole other subject for a whole other day. That was such a person that immediately cashed in on something without providing anything of substance whatsoever beforehand. And that's the main thing, is that they just end up cashing out, and you can tell that they've cashed out, and it's really sad. And she's just not even a caricature, she's just a one-note thing, so it's sad, really. And I think that that's where you could see the lack of passion with a lot of this online creation stuff. You could see even back in the day when you had people like, let's say like old YouTubers that would vlog and do all this stuff, but there'd be passion behind it. You'd see that they'd actually want to make something cool from it. And now it's just as soon as they can, they cash out to try to make it the biggest amount of money as they can. And it sucks, because now you just can see that they're going for the money, they're going for the cash grabs, they're going for the fame and notoriety and to level on up in the world, when in reality, once you do that, you've kind of shut the door on anything creative. It's really hard to go back unless you completely abandon whatever you did and then move on to something else. And there are some creators who have done that, but it's a very few and far between that have done it successfully and have had it so that their passion that they have in something else that they can exchange their fame from here to go somewhere else is very minimal. It's very little. And that's why I want to bring back the you in YouTube. And the entire idea of this entire channel is that I want to do stuff that I want to see. This is what I want to see, is other people's ups and downs. It's not always going to be straightforward. Things are going to get boring. Things are going to get interesting, but it's more realistic, and it's not as I'm going to get money as everything has become, which is terrible. Oh, please ignore the fact that this is the exact same shirt that I wore yesterday after the gym. I only wore it for about less than an hour, so I decided to wear it again. It doesn't stink, I think. And we're back! Welcome to the workout debriefing. Exercise is not filmed. None. Exercise is skipped. Also none, actually. Never mind. I forgot that I did everything. Wow. Yeah, I got everything in for today and a little bit extra from what I missed yesterday. I could have probably done Jefferson curls too, but I want to go home and edit. So that's why I did not do it. Back to the main subject matter at hand. The main reason why I wanted to talk about this, but besides the idea that some guy actually left a comment that inspired me to talk about this, besides that, I wanted to just get to the idea that be the change that you want to see in the world. I'm not one to just say it and not just try to do it as well. So that's what I'm trying to do with this channel in part. There's multiple factors to this channel. This isn't the only factor, but it's one of the factors. And it is the fact that I do want to see a change in YouTube. I hate the entire idea of having to do stupid shit like stupid ass thumbnails with things to click people in, or clickbait things, or clickbait articles, clickbait titles, all the typical YouTube stuff. I dislike it, and it's not like I can do anything about it by myself, but it has to be a collective thing, really, in order for this to change. But in order for me to see the change that I want to see, I have to be part of the change that I want to see, and that's part of the story, really, is that I want to be the change in this. I want to be part of it, even though I don't know if I'll ever get notoriety for this. Maybe I'll stop before I do, but that's the other half of it, is that I like doing this because this is a part of a self-journal to see how I'm growing as a person and seeing the progression that it has, you know, and adventure almost. Who knows that the end might be, but it is still going on, so why not? But That is also another part of it. But I think bringing back the you in the YouTube will bring us back to another age, not necessarily the golden age, because I think that's long gone from the internet. And now you have to live an age of something else, something new, something modern, something more unique, but that harkens to the past, but yet treads into new territory, into new light, but it rhymes with the histories of and annals before that came before it. That's why there are people that are brand new that are playing Minecraft still, for the love of God. That's still a thing. For all this time that Minecraft has been a thing. Since I've been in high school, Minecraft was a thing, for the love of God. But the entire point is that sometimes you have to go back into the past in order to tread forth into the future, into a place that is better off. Repeating the same things that other people have done, yes, is a nuisance, but also at the same time, if you make it your own, then you're paying homage to those who came before you. And it is fine to do that, obviously. As long as you aren't copying and pasting exactly everything that they do, then you're fine. You have to put your own twist to it. That's what all YouTube comment things say. It's like, if you want to become a big YouTuber, find what works for you and put your own twist on it. I mean, that's literally it. So for me, I just want to go back into a place where YouTube was about people. It was about things. It wasn't about trying to come up with the catchiest clickbait terms or retention edits or things like that. Because, I mean, any dumbass with some AI tools can do that. It's not that hard. The thing is, just contributing to that makes it so I become part of the problem as well. So that's why I refrain from doing that. And that is why part of the reason why I'm making these videos, because I want to be the you, bring back the you in YouTube. That's just as simple as that. Bring back a level of genuine personness, you know what I mean? Down to earth, just human. I have flaws. I have things that I want to show the world. There's just ups and downs. That's why everything is a conversation piece, really. So it is what it is. But with that being said, tell me what you think in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions about this. It's very much a discussion topic that I don't think anybody will actually like to get into, because it is such a meta topic, but it is what it is. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will be back on tomorrow with a new video. Thank you very much for watching. I will be hopefully editing even more, so that'll be something to look forward to. So these episodes will get out hopefully more timely than they have been. But with that being said, I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay safe out there. Keep it heavy. Until the next time. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!